Welcome back, guys. Vision here of Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys my weekly Walking Dead Wednesday videos. Today I'm going to be discussing a couple different topics in anticipation for The Walking Dead's return this Sunday night. So if you're a fan of The Walking Dead like me and you want to know my thoughts or see my episode reviews, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon. That way you won't be able to miss any of my Power Rangers content I put out on my channel. Now let's begin. Alright, so the first theory I want to tackle is the whole is Carl immune theory. Now, a lot of people brought this up since we all know Carl's been bitten. However, if for all you comic fans out there, Robert Kirkman has explicitly stated time and time again that there is no cure and that there will never be a cure in The Walking Dead. And since the TV show is an adaptation of the comic, that translates into the show, which means there will be no cure. Carl is not the cure. So anybody out there thinking Carl's the cure and that's how it's gonna play out in the show, that's not true. It's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry if you're holding out hope that he is the cure and he's gonna survive that way. Well, it's not. So I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not how it's gonna work. Now, second fear I want to talk about regarding Carl dying and being bitten is that Carl was bit by a whisperer. Now, a lot of fans think that, but I highly disagree with this. First off, the whisperers don't just stab you or bite you. I mean, they would try to kill you. They'd probably try to scalp you, stab you, cut your head off, and put it on a pike. They wouldn't bite you. That's not whisperer behavior. And second off, the whisperers are a mobile group. They're not in this area yet. They'll come into this area after the time skip in season 9. So it is not a whisper that bit Carl. I'm sorry if you're hoping that. Now, if you're gonna say that maybe Carl got bit on the shirt or something like that, then no. Then yes, that is a possible way he could survive, but I don't think he is. Another fan theory is that Carl got bit in the same place that Otis shot him. So the scar tissue from the original gunshot from back in season 2 is protecting him and he won't die. Now, I don't know anything about scar tissue, and I'm not a doctor or anything, but I don't think that's how any of that would work. I don't think, oh, he got bit by the scar tissue. I don't think that'd work. You're still getting those nasty zombie germs in your blood and your system, so that's not gonna protect you. It's still gonna get into your body. It's still gonna infect you. So I don't think the gunshot from Otis is protecting him, and he's gonna survive that way. Again, I'm sorry if you're holding out hope that Carl's gonna live, but I don't believe it. I think this is gonna be his farewell. It's gonna be the end. And look, for me, I'm 50-50. It'd be cool to see Carl's comic role play out, but we can always get it replaced with other characters. For me, Chandler Riggs has never been one of the best actors, so I'm not too sad to see him go, even though I'm gonna miss Carl, and I'm sad that we're not gonna see his comic arc play out in the Whisperer War, but like I said, we can get other characters to fulfill that role. One role I think they could use to fulfill it is Enid and have her form like a friendship bond with Lydia. Not a romantic bond, but like a friendship bond. And I think that is a great idea to have Enid show her that, like, this is not the way you're supposed to live. This is not how you're supposed to be treated by people. This is not the right way to live. And have Enid show her that living in Alexandria and living at the kingdom is the right way to be surviving, not by the Whisper's lifestyle. That's not the right way to live. I think that'd be a great way to substitute Carl, use Enid. Now let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Now the second theory I want to talk about is Simon is the one who killed the men at Oceanside. Now this is not my own theory, and I heard this first from Ronnie Hayes at Make a Path Presents. So if you want to give credit to anybody, give it to him. This is not my theory. But a long time ago, back during the beginning of season 5, he brought up that Simon might be behind the deaths of the men at Oceanside. And he said that in episode 5, Simon brought up during their meeting that they should go in, I think it was Hilltop, he mentioned that they should go in and kill them and make an example of them. Now, doesn't that sound a lot like what happened to the Oceanside people? They wanted to make an example of them, so they killed their men, and they just left the women there so they couldn't fight back. I think it'd be a great way, and I agree with Ronnie, that they should make it that Simon was the person responsible for the death of the men at Oceanside. And even in episode 5, Negan hits back at Simon and says, asking, are we backsliding, as in, are we going back to old ways or methods of handling things? And I think that is like Simon's view of handling things. And I think we're going to see that play out in episode 10, because I saw online they added a few things to the synopsis for episode 10 where it says Simon takes matters into his own hands. So I think Simon's going to go to the junkyard and just massacre all the scavengers, similar to the death of the Oceanside people. I think that's how it's going to play out. It's going to be similar to the Oceanside men. And even then, he mentions back, if you, like I said, he mentions back in episode 5 that they should make an example of the hilltop and execute all of them. I think Simon is the one behind the Oceanside people. And if Oceanside joins the war, I think it'd be great if we had a scene somewhere where Cindy or Beatrice or someone ends up seeing Simon and they're the one to kill Simon. I think an Oceanside person killing Simon, if he is responsible for the death of their men, would be a great way to avenge their men and to kill Simon at the same time. Another fan theory I like is that Sadiq is from Oceanside. And now a lot of you are going to say, but they killed all their men. But my thinking is Sadiq went out on a run a few weeks maybe before Oceanside was hit. And when he returned, he found all of them dead. So he's hiding. And then maybe they use Sadiq as a way to get the Oceanside people to join the militia and join the fight. I think that'd be a great way to tie in that story and bring it full circle, kind of. Have them be reunited, have them get avenged the death of their men. Maybe even have Sadiq be the one to kill Simon in revenge for killing all his friends. I think that'd be a great way for Simon to go out. I know a lot of people like Simon and are fans of Stephen Ogg, but I think we need Simon to die as a reward, since Negan, as we all know, is going to survive. If you didn't know that, sorry for that spoiler, but we all know Negan's going to survive. But we should have Simon die as kind of like a reward to die on the big bad side. We needed someone to die who's iconic from the big bad side, and I think Simon is that death we need. And I think having the Oceanside people do it, maybe even have it be Sadiq if he's connected to them, that would be a great way to bring everything full circle. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Now, last I want to discuss the recent news regarding Lauren Cohan, who plays Maggie, possibly leaving the show and joining a new show on ABC. Now, for those of you who don't know, a lot of news has circulated in the past couple of weeks, maybe about a month now, that Lauren Cohan has been in negotiations with AMC to get more money, and her contract has not been renewed for season 9. Now, this is very worrisome. Now, I don't want to get too political here, but I think we got to be a little bit worried about this, given what's going on with the Me Too movement and how women right now in Hollywood have been demanding equal pay as men. Now, look, Norman Reedus and Andrew Lincoln, who play Daryl and Rick, are being paid more. But moving into season 9, Maggie should be paying as much as they are, because her role in the Whisper War moving forward is as big as Rick. And right now, it's looking like we could possibly lose Lauren Cohan to another show. Now, yes, she's going to be a lead in another show, but first off, she could still be in the show. We don't know where they're filming, how long, how big of a role she's going to be in it. I think she's a lead, so she will definitely play a prominent role, but if they're filming that show in Atlanta too, she could still be in the show, just not as often. But I think AMC needs to get their act together and pay her enough as Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus. She plays as big of a role as they do coming up with the Whisperer War. They need to pay her more. I'm sorry if you don't think that, but I think they need to. This is ridiculous. We shouldn't lose Maggie. Now, I think losing Maggie, especially going into the Whisperer War, is detrimental to the series, even worse than Carl. Maggie in the Whisperer War has as big a role as Rick. She's going to be a leader at the hilltop. And they can't just use other characters to fulfill that story like they can with Carl. Look, Carl, they can always fulfill his role of using other characters like Enid, but they can't replace Maggie. This is ridiculous. We need to keep Lauren Cohan. I don't know what this story would be like. Now, I know as we get into longer years of the show, most of the cast might want to venture into other things, but they should pay these characters more. Maggie is an crucial part, an important character to the story. They shouldn't be slacking off and paying her less. She is so important to the Whisperer War. I don't understand it. Pay her more. Do something. It's getting annoying. If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section now. I think they need to pay her more. AMC needs to get their act together. We lost Carl because they want to negotiate his contract, in my opinion, and now we're on the brink of losing Maggie, and that is just ridiculous. And I blame AMC. They're greedy. They don't want to pay these actors any more money than they already are. And I think they don't even know. I doubt they even read the comics, because if they did, they would know that this is so detrimental to the story. They should be paying her more money. But again, we don't know where they're filming. She could still be able to film if they're filming in Georgia, and her filming schedule for the other show might not be in conflict with The Walking Dead, so she still could be in the show. Also, it's just a pilot episode, so the show hasn't even been picked up by ABC. It could not even it could not even be picked up for a full season. But this is ridiculous. We need Maggie more than we need Carl. I'm sorry if you don't agree with me, but Maggie is more important right now, in my opinion, than Carl. Like I said, they can always reuse other characters for Carl's storyline, but they can't lose Maggie. Losing Maggie would be like losing Rick. It would pretty much destroy the show. If you agree with me, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But I think this is ridiculous. We need Maggie. We need her. And if AMC can't get their act together, this is ridiculous. They should be paying her more as Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus. And if you don't agree with me, I'm sorry, but I think we should be worried about this given what's going on with Hollywood with the Me Too movement. Like I said, I don't want to get too political, but I think that could be a big reason in Lauren Cohan's decision, because one of their biggest fights right now is for equal pay. And I think if she is involved in this movement, this could be the end of Maggie on the show. And I really don't want that to happen. Like I said, losing Maggie is like losing Rick, and we can't have that. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. So alright guys, those are my thoughts on Carl surviving and being immune, Simon's involvement with Oceanside, and Lauren Cohan possibly leaving the show. If you like my Walking Dead content, let me know in the comment section down below, and leave me any questions you have. I want to be more interactive with you guys, and if you have any questions regarding The Walking Dead, I'll try to answer them in the next Walking Dead Wednesday video. This has been Vision of Blind Entertainment, and I will see you next time.